wanted to share with you our newest Tupperware Opportunity Kit. And this is something that for anyone who is looking to have a little extra side cash this summer, a side gig if you will, or maybe looking for a career change or just wanting to have something to do that's fun where you get to be out meeting people. I wanted to give you the opportunity to make a choice between having a kit that would have product in it, or you have an option to have a kit that would have no product in it, which we call our digital opportunity kit. But this one is actually on the website, so you'll find it on the line underneath Join Us, and it looks just like that. And I'll share the information about the products in here and the cost at the end. So, but it does take you through a era of time, if you will. You know, Tupperware just recently restructured, and so we are a startup company with a very long history, almost 80 years. And so the products that you see in front of you actually represent all of that time period, going through those eras and being able to show innovative new products as well as some of the products from the past that we have had that have always been very, very popular. So let's get started. So first of all, I will start with this set because this one is actually a gorgeous set, and it is that Cervelier bowl set that is a 5-piece set. This biggest one on the bottom has been in a gold color and a few other colors, but you may remember it as that big gold salad bowl. But all 5 pieces have the instant seal on the top, and they have the handles on the side. So if you're passing this around at a dinner table or picnic table, it makes it easy to do that. And then each one will stack and nest inside of one another. So you're basically storing your big blue salad bowl on the very bottom. So you do have the opportunity to get this in the kit. And then also back in those days, you remember this, which is still around today, but it is one of those nostalgic pieces that most people do remember growing up. The 10 shapes on the inside have numbers on them. They also have braille bumps on them, and they help the child to learn not only their shapes and their numbers, but the hand-eye coordination. And even as a young child, you know, the rattle aspect of it is kind of fun too. So the Shape-O toy is part of this opportunity kit. And then moving on up, we have our Eco Bottle, one of our Eco Bottles. This is the smallest one. All of the, well, it's called the small. I think there is one that's a little bit smaller, but this one is called the small. It is 16 ounces, and it is, first of all, everything is BPA free, and even including the Eco Bottles are BPA free, so you don't have to be concerned about anything leaching into your beverage that you put in here, but you regulate what goes in here, unlike those bottled waters where you don't know where that water's been and what it has in it exactly. So this you fill yourself, you can keep it in the car and freeze it if you want to and not have to worry about anything changing that plastic or that molecular structure. Then I'm going to share with you our One Touch Fresh containers. You get one in the square shape and one in the oval shape, and these are nice because you can see through them, but just like the name represents, you seal them with one touch, similar to these. They also have a nice big lip on the front here, so it makes it easy to take that seal off and then just press in the center like you do on these to seal them back up. So refrigerator, you can use them for leftovers. You can actually meal prep if you want to, some maybe carrot sticks, celery sticks, anything that you might have that you want to store in the fridge and be able to see what's in them, which is very nice, right? But they can go in the cabinet as well if you want them to. And then next is the Fridge Smart container, one of the more popular sizes. This is the small deep. And the Fridge Smarts are the ones that have the chart on the front, so they tell you what fits into this container, not what fits, but how it breathes, I should say, because it has the slide on the top that regulates the oxygen that goes in and out of the container. So based on what you're putting in it, you adjust the slide accordingly. And there is a little QR code also on here that will tell that story and also help you to be able to regulate that until you get in the habit of replenishing and being able to use that in your refrigerator. But everything will stay 2 to 3 times longer in the Fridge Smart containers than they would in the original wrapping that they come in at the grocery store. So, and then I think last but not, no, we'll start over here. So one of the silicone bags, and these are actually one of the original ones. This is one of the stand-up bags, so it has a flat base on it, so it will stand up either in the refrigerator or the freezer or the microwave or the oven, and it will even go inside out for putting in the dishwasher if you want to, but it has a zipper type closure on the front, so you just kind of push those together to close them up. I had just put a banana in there so that you could see that one side is a polished type of window, and the other is more frosted and ribbed. So if it is going in the freezer, you have some like grippers, if you will, but it's a liquid tight bag. Whenever you have it zipped up or closed up like that, if you had liquid in there, you could tip it upside down and not worry about it leaking. And then it does have two little place here on the top where you could actually put a hook and be able to hook that on maybe a backpack if you're hiking and you want to have snacks easily accessible. And then the last but not least is the Wow Popcorn Maker. And this is actually one of the newer pieces that is designed to use no fats and no oils. It does have a glass disc in the bottom, which is actually what will keep and pop all of the popcorn kernels. And then it pops out, so that when you are putting in up to 1/4 cup of kernels, you've got your built-in colander right here on the top. So you're going to add your kernels, and then you're going to put the cutout side over the kernels. And it's usually up to 3 minutes, depending on the wattage of your microwave. Any excess kernels, if you have any, you may not have any, and that is the goal, is to have none, will shake out through the colander there, the built-in colander, and then you can just turn that cover around if you want to put any seasoning on the top. Turn that around so it covers those and give it a couple of shakes and then be able to stir it. And then after you wash it, either hand wash it or in the dishwasher, you can flatten it right back down and be able to put it away. So it's compact for storage too. So anyway, that this is just an opportunity for you to be able to have product to demonstrate, because doing parties is obviously still our main way of selling Tupperware, and being able to have an opportunity kit such as this with some of the more key pieces and popular pieces and things that kind of tell a story and go from one era all the way through to today. But this particular opportunity kit is $119, and you have the opportunity to be able at that point to make 25% of everything you sell, as well as get that 25% discount on everything for yourself. So anyway, I thank you for watching. If you have questions, reach out to the person who invited you to watch this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon. Bye-bye.